to be a pre-tribber. Why? Because if you are not a pre-tribulation rapture believer, then you gut out the gospel. You strip all the urgency from the gospel. And you mess with the doctrine of imminence, and you delay my master's coming. Don't delay my Jesus' coming. I want him to come yesterday, actually, last week, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. See, if you put the rapture anywhere but before the 7-year tribulation, then all of a sudden there are other things that have to happen. Namely, I haven't even got to our 9th condition here. Bear with me. We'll get through this somehow. But maybe this is for someone here today, because understand that if the rapture is not before the 7-year tribulation, then I'm not looking for Jesus Christ. You've delayed his coming now. I'm not looking for Jesus Christ. I'm looking for the Antichrist. I'm looking for the Antichrist to sign a 7-year agreement. I'm looking for the Antichrist to give permission to the Jews to rebuild their temple without disturbing the Dome of the Rock or the Mosque of Omar there on the Temple Mount. I'm waiting for this 3.5 years of pseudo-peace. I'm watching for all of those things, but I'm not ready for, I'm not waiting for, there's no urgency for the coming of Jesus Christ because you've delayed his coming by taking the rapture out of its proper place before the 7-year tribulation, as the Bible teaches, and putting it someplace else. In the middle of the tribulation, there's this teaching out called pre-wrath, and I'm not upset, though I might look like it. Bear with me. It's really a mid-tribulation rapture teaching repackaged with new wrapping paper, and they call it pre-wrath. Well, the church won't experience the last 3.5 years where that's the really bad part of the 7-year tribulation. No, stop. That's not what my Bible says. My Bible says it is the time of Jacob's trouble. It's not the time of the church's trouble. We're already saved. That's the purpose of the tribulation. The purpose of the tribulation for the salvation of the Jewish nation. Thank you. Let's close in prayer and go eat. It's where God pours his wrath out on a Christ-rejecting world. We're not Christ rejectors. We're believers in Jesus Christ. We're the bride. Here's one more thing, and I didn't plan on doing this, but such is your lot. As the bride of Christ, do you realize that the rapture is in typology a picture of ancient Jewish bridal customs? You ready for this? Now, some of you have heard this before, and please bear with me. And again, don't take my word for it. Be a Berean and search it out. When the groom would ask the father for the daughter's hand in marriage, she would say, "I do," by accepting the cup and breaking and eating from the same bread. Sound familiar? "Will you marry me?" It was with the father there, and that's how she would say, "I do." And she would now be betrothed to the bridegroom. Now, the bridegroom would leave. They're engaged. They've partaken of the cup. They've partaken of the bread. You know where he goes? Goes to get a loan. No, he goes... This isn't American bridal customs, okay? Doesn't the father of the bride pay for the wedding? I'm thinking about Sabia. She's 2.5. Jesus, come quickly. I'm thinking that she won't get married till she's 30 because she's not going to date till she's 20, but enough of my problems. Where does he go? He goes to his father's house to prepare a place for his bride, a bridal chamber. In my Father's house are many dwelling places, and if it were not so, I would not have told you that where I am, there ye may be also. That's a bridegroom speaking to his betrothed bride. Now, he's busy preparing his bridal chamber. And even if you go to Israel, you'll find these room additions, these bridal chambers on the Father's house. That's a bridal chamber. That's what Jesus is talking about to us as his bride. So he's going to go prepare this place now for his bride. Okay. Meanwhile, The bride doesn't know. It's not like here in America. The bride doesn't know when the wedding day is. Could you imagine? That really creates a lot of problems for planning your wedding, right? I need a wedding dress. Well, when do you need this for? I don't really know. Because no man knows the day or the hour. Only the Father. Not even the Son. So the Son's preparing this place, building this bridal chamber. And now, when the time comes, the Father will say, okay, it's time. The bride has to always be ready because she knows not at what hour the bridegroom comes. Because he will come as a thief in the night to snatch her away when the best man sounds the trumpet. By the way, not a trumpet like we know. This is the shofar. Okay, this is the ram's horn. If you've ever heard a shofar, it will give you chicken skin. It is majestic. It is. So what would be the equivalent of the best man is going to now sound the trumpet, and as a thief in the night, here comes the bridegroom. The hour has come. The day has come. And he comes and he does not go to where the bride is. Oh, and by the way, she's always got to be ready because she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She's got her wedding dress on. She's got oil in her lamp. Matthew 25, waiting, not knowing the day or the hour. And so the trumpet sounds. Here comes the bridegroom. He doesn't come to her. He catches her away as a thief in the night. He meets her halfway and takes her to the place he prepared for her. And they consummate and they celebrate their wedding and their marriage for guess how long? Did I hear 7 somewhere in there? They celebrate for a period of 7, in the Hebrew, the number of completion. That's the completion. That's the consummation. Guess what happens after that? This is my favorite part. Big potluck. Huge potluck. Okay, they don't call it that. That's the JDV, but in the KJV, it says it's the wedding supper of the Lamb. Listen, in my culture as an Arab and in the Hebrew culture, food is big. Food makes you big too, but food is big. Everything's centered around food. And so there's this huge feast. And the bridegroom presents his bride, spotless, a virgin bride. Sound like something the Apostle Paul said? He presents it to the wedding party, and they have a huge feast. It's been said that at the rapture, our bridegroom comes for us. At the second coming, he comes with us as he presents us as his bride. And that's what that's what the wedding feast of the Lamb is. After the 7-year tribulation. Could you imagine if the rapture happened post-tribulation? Man, you go from the wedding feast to it's got to be a quick sack lunch. You don't have much time. It's, okay, you're raptured. Okay, let's have we got to consummate okay, let's have what is it? Wait, how much time? Don't do that. You completely ruined the whole typology of what the wedding to the bridegroom is all about. Listen now, the church is the bride of Christ. Israel is the wife of God, Jehovah, the Father. Make that distinction, and please do not listen to those who would teach a replacement theology. What's replacement theology? I happen to believe, and I know I get in trouble whenever I do this, I'm very strong, but I believe that replacement theology is satanic. It's the teaching that the church replaces Israel as God's chosen people. I had a friend of mine, Bill Ekman, he sent me a note. He's in Israel now. He used to pastor the Jewish congregation here in Waikiki. In fact, when I first moved here, he invited me to, speak for him on, Shabbat or Sabbath at his Jewish congregation, to which I responded, are you sure you want to have an Arab come and speak at a Jewish congregation?